Meg roars with rage over Charles's unprecedented sweet move to his beloved Kate at the London clinic. It is, of course, fortuitous they're undergoing medical treatment at the same London hospital. But don't underestimate the significance of King Charles's decision to spend a few moments earlier yesterday at his adored daughter-in-law's bedside. Along with his wife, Queen Camilla, her presence there another historic break with royal tradition, His Majesty made a beeline for Catherine's room at the private London clinic in Marylebone, where she'd spent a 10th night following what has only been described as planned abdominal surgery. Put simply, royals don't tend to visit each other in hospital, or at least only very rarely. Although they live very public lives, monarchy can actually be quite a lonely path to walk at times. Senior family members do not generally like to draw attention to themselves or their loved ones, and they're also acutely aware that the extra security and media attention that inevitably accompanies them is the last thing a busy hospital or other patients need. However, as we're fast coming to learn, Charles 75 is not afraid to do things differently. He's come to adore Kate, with whom he's bonded not just over mutual loves, such as music and art, but also over his grandchildren. The king thinks she's doing a wonderful job bringing up George, Charlotte and Louis, and is appreciative of the very stable, little family unit she and William have created. And he relishes the time he gets to spend with them at Windsor now that he's spending more time at the castle, where they live merely a few minutes' drive away. Surely there can be no stronger signal of their bond than the princess being so happy to see her father-in-law following what's clearly serious and debilitating surgery. Majesty magazine has claimed His Majesty King Charles visited his daughter-in-law, the Princess of Wales, soon after arriving at the hospital. Earlier, the palace confirmed in a statement, the king was this morning admitted to a London hospital for scheduled treatment. His Majesty would like to thank all of those who've sent their good wishes over the past week and is delighted to learn that his diagnosis is having a positive impact on public health awareness. Kensington Palace confirmed Kate had undergone successful surgery on her abdomen, but remained tight-lipped about the nature of a condition other than to say it was non-cancerous. They added that she could spend up to 2 weeks in hospital recovering before returning home to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor to recuperate further. It's not expected that Kate will return to royal duties until after Easter, with Prince William also taking a step back to look after their 3 children. King Charles barely spent any time with Meghan and barely knows her. Catherine is likeable and they've known each other for a long time now. It's no competition, but Meghan considers it as discriminatory. I read somewhere that Charles always wanted to have a daughter, and I think he sees that in Catherine. I'm pleasantly surprised with King Charles's visit to Catherine. It really shows how close they were, and she's the daughter that he always wanted. Catherine is a thoughtful and gracious daughter-in-law. This brings a lot of signal to Meghan, who's whiny and ungrateful to her father-in-law, who, as a gesture, walked down the aisle, and all paid wedding expenses by him. He paid everything they had, especially with the clothes that are so damn expensive. It's so saddening how Meghan treats Charles after all he's done for them, and it's much like what she did to her own father, Thomas Markle. I also can't imagine what Charles must have felt after they made those accusations to him and his family.